A tale of two brothers, the legend of Romulus and Remus. This story is one of the most fascinating and enduring legends from ancient Rome. Picture this, twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, left to die by the river Tiber. Abandoned as infants, their fate seemed sealed. Rescued by a she-wolf, they grew strong. The she-wolf nurtured them, providing the care they needed to survive. Destiny called. They decided to build a city. This city would become one of the greatest in history. But arguments happen even between brothers. Disagreements over the city's location and leadership led to tension. A fight broke out. Romulus killed Remus. This tragic event marked the beginning of Rome's complex history. Rome had its first king soaked in the shadow of fraternal strife. Romulus became a symbol of both ambition and tragedy. This tale, though likely a myth, encapsulates the Roman spirit, ambition, ruthlessness, a touch of drama. It reflects the values and struggles that defined Rome. It's a story that has captivated imaginations for centuries. Historians and storytellers alike have been drawn to its dramatic elements. But beyond the legends, Rome's rise was no fairy tale. The city's growth was marked by challenges and perseverance. It was a slow, steady climb to power. Rome's influence expanded gradually through determination and strategy. From a small city-state, Rome began to assert its dominance. It grew from humble beginnings to a vast empire. It fought wars, forged alliances, and expanded its territory. Each victory and alliance strengthened its position. Rome was like a young wolf, hungry for power and land. Its ambition knew no bounds, driving it to conquer and expand. From republic to empire, the rise of a powerhouse. The story of Rome is one of transformation and ambition. Rome wasn't always ruled by emperors. It began as a small city-state and grew into a powerful republic. First came the Roman Republic, a period marked by innovation and governance, a new system, a daring experiment in democracy and civic duty. Citizens had a say, well, some of them. They elected their leaders, choosing those who would represent their interests. They made their voices heard, sometimes through passionate debates and public gatherings. The Republic wasn't perfect, of course. Power struggles were common and political conflict was a frequent occurrence. But it laid the foundation for Rome's success, creating a system that would influence future generations. Rome's legions, disciplined and powerful, marched across the Italian peninsula. They conquered their neighbors, expanding their influence and securing their dominance. But expansion brought new challenges, including managing vast territories and diverse populations. The Roman Republic, once known for its stability, faced internal turmoil. Ambitious generals saw opportunities. They craved power and influence.
A man named Julius Caesar, a brilliant general, saw his chance. He was a master of both military strategy and political maneuvering. He rose to prominence through military victories and political maneuvering, gaining the support of his troops and the people. He marched on Rome, crossing the Rubicon River, a fateful decision that marked the beginning of the end for the Republic. This bold move set the stage for the rise of the Roman Empire.
At the helm, leaders who shaped an empire. Julius Caesar, a name synonymous with ambition and power, a brilliant military strategist, a shrewd politician. He conquered Gaul, adding vast territories to Rome. He reformed the calendar, a system we still use today. But his growing power made enemies.
Et tu, Brute, his famous last words as he was assassinated by his own senators.
Caesar's death marked the end of the Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. His adopted son, Augustus, emerged from the chaos.
Augustus, a shrewd ruler, consolidated power and ushered in a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity. The Pax Romana, 2 centuries of stability, allowed Roman culture and influence to flourish.
The Roman army was a force to be reckoned with. Highly disciplined, expertly trained, and ruthlessly efficient. Roman legions marched across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, conquering vast territories and adding them to the empire. Their tactics were legendary. The Roman legions were masters of siege warfare, able to conquer even the most fortified cities. They built roads, aqueducts, and fortifications, leaving a lasting mark on the landscape. The Roman military wasn't just about brute force. It was a sophisticated machine, capable of adapting to different enemies and terrains. Their success lay in their discipline, organization, and innovative tactics. A tapestry of culture, Roman art, architecture, and language. The Romans, with their rich and diverse culture, have left an indelible mark on history. The Romans were not just conquerors, they were builders and patrons of the arts. They invested heavily in creating a legacy that would stand the test of time. Their legacy can still be seen today in their magnificent structures, their intricate mosaics, and their enduring language. These elements continue to inspire and influence modern art and architecture. The Colosseum, a marvel of engineering, hosted gladiatorial contests and public spectacles. It was a place where the public gathered to witness grand events, showcasing the might and ingenuity of Roman engineering. The Pantheon, with its awe-inspiring dome, is a testament to Roman architectural genius. Its design has influenced countless buildings throughout history and continues to be a source of inspiration. Roman artists excelled in sculpture, creating lifelike portraits and intricate reliefs. These works of art captured the essence of their subjects and told stories of their time. Their mosaics, made from tiny pieces of colored glass or stone, adorned the floors and walls of villas and public buildings. These mosaics were not just decorative, but also depicted scenes from daily life in mythology. Latin, the language of the Romans, became the foundation for many modern European languages. It was a unifying force that helped to spread Roman culture and influence across the continent. It was the language of law, administration, and literature, spreading Roman culture far and wide. The impact of Roman law and literature can still be felt today, as they laid the groundwork for many modern legal and literary traditions. Cracks in the facade, seeds of the Roman decline. But even the mightiest empires faced challenges. Internal strife, economic woes, and the pressure of constant warfare began to take their toll on the Roman Empire. The seeds of decline were sown, political instability became a recurring theme. Emperors rose and fell in quick succession, often assassinated by rivals or overthrown in military coups. Corruption was rampant. The once efficient bureaucracy became bogged down in inefficiency and greed. The empire, once a model of prosperity, faced economic turmoil. Constant wars drained the treasury, inflation soared, eroding the value of Roman currency. Trade, a vital part of the Roman economy, was disrupted by piracy and barbarian raids. The barbarian tides external pressures on the empire. Beyond the empire's borders, new threats emerged. Tribes from the north, often referred to as barbarians, began to exert pressure on the Roman frontiers. The Goths, Vandals, and Huns, driven by various factors, including climate change and the search for new lands, launched increasingly bold raids into Roman territory. The Roman army, once invincible, found itself stretched thin, struggling to defend the vast borders of the empire. The legions, once composed of loyal Roman citizens, increasingly relied on foreign mercenaries who lacked the discipline and loyalty of their Roman counterparts. The once secure borders of the empire began to crumble under the relentless pressure of the barbarian invasions. A divided house, the split of the Roman Empire. In a desperate attempt to hold on to power, Emperor Diocletian divided the empire in two: the Western Roman Empire, with its capital in Rome, and the Eastern Roman Empire, with its capital in Constantinople. This division, intended to strengthen the empire, actually hastened its decline. The Western Roman Empire, beset by economic problems and barbarian invasions, proved unable to withstand the external pressures. The Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, with its wealthier provinces and more defensible capital, managed to survive for another 1,000 years. The fall of the West, the end of an era. The year 476 AD marks a pivotal moment in history. The last Roman emperor in the West, Romulus Augustulus, a teenager who ironically shared his name with the legendary founder of Rome, was deposed by a barbarian general named Odoacer. The deposition of Romulus Augustulus is often seen as the symbolic end of the Western Roman Empire. It marked the beginning of the Middle Ages, a period of transition and transformation in Europe. The legacy of Rome echoes in the sands of time. The Roman Empire may have fallen, but its legacy lives on. Its influence can be seen in our laws, our languages, our art, and our architecture. Roman law, with its emphasis on justice and fairness, formed the basis of legal systems in many parts of the world. Latin, the language of the Romans, evolved into Romance languages such as French, Spanish, Italian, and Portuguese. Roman art and architecture continue to inspire awe and wonder, reminding us of the grandeur and ingenuity of this ancient civilization. A conclusion reflections on the Roman saga. The story of the Roman Empire is a tale of ambition, conquest, glory, and ultimately decline and fall. It is a story that has captivated and inspired people for centuries, offering valuable lessons about the rise and fall of civilizations. From its humble beginnings as a small city-state to its rise as a vast empire, Rome left an indelible mark on the world. As we marvel at its achievements and ponder its demise, we are reminded that even the mightiest empires are not immune to the forces